Is Russia just cold? Balalaikas and furs on snow? Yes, it's a joke. Russians truly love tea and gingerbread. Not vodka for breakfast. But there's much more. For instance, the Russian banya is an extreme ritual, not just a wash. It means heat near 100 degrees, a venic on your back, then an icy pool or snowdrift, back to the steam room. This contrast resets your nervous system. People leave rosy and happy. Elders say it expels fatigue and illness. For newcomers, it seems like voluntary pain. But euphoria hits fast, and you want another round. Banya is also a social club. It's for talks, tea with jam, and making up after arguments. There are banya tips too. Soften the vinic in hot water. Splash herbal infusions on hot stones. Open doors quickly to keep the steam in. The main secret? Don't be a hero. Listen to your body. Alternate heat and cold. And yes, the best water in your life is after your third banya visit. Your body will thank you for this storm of contrasts. It's impossible to discuss Russia without mentioning weapons. For example, the USSR created Perimeter, an automatic nuclear retaliation system known as Dead Hand. If sensors detect a massive strike and command communication is lost, the system orders missiles to retaliate. The idea was to prevent a country from being decapitated and unable to decide. Even today, debates persist. Is it still active? What's its launch logic? Who has access? The simple fact is terrifying. People may die, yet machines will continue the war. Foreigners find this most shocking. Humanity truly devised an automatic apocalypse mechanism. At a Moscow region farm, cows once wore VR headsets showing a summer meadow. This aimed to reduce winter stress and increase milk yield. A photo of a cow in a headset went global. Many thought it was a joke. However, regional authorities and zootechnicians confirmed the project. Under the virtual sky, cows behaved calmer and ate better. Milk yields also noticeably increased. It wasn't a revolution, but there was a clear effect. It sounds like a matrix for cows. Yet, the experiment was seriously discussed. Ethics, economics, and animal welfare were all considered. The meaning is simple. If the environment seems brighter and warmer, the body reacts like summer. This means less stress and more productivity. The idea became a meme and a symbol of a bold approach. Even in villages, technologies once considered sci-fi are now being tested. Just kilometers separate two Bering Strait islands, Russia's Big Diomede and America's Little Diomede. Yet, a whole day divides them. The international date line runs through the strait. Russia's island is tomorrow, America's is yesterday. In winter, you can glimpse the next day across the ice through the fog. In summer, it feels like looking into a time machine. The time difference reaches 21 hours. It's rare to see future and past simultaneously. Sadly, the border is closed and the ice is dangerous. So stepping into tomorrow from here is impossible. This geographical paradox perfectly illustrates our arbitrary map lines. It shows how strangely time behaves at the world's edge. In the 1920s, Soviet biologist Ilya Ivanov aimed to prove human primate proximity and sought a hybrid. He inseminated chimpanzees with human sperm in Africa. He then planned to artificially inseminate a woman with orangutan sperm. The experiments yielded no results and now seem frighteningly unethical. Yet they were then considered advanced biology. They were a method to test evolutionary theory. The project was interrupted. The scientist himself was later arrested. Documents only resurfaced decades later. The story sounds like a dystopia. However, this was a real episode. The country that first went to space was also trying to redefine species boundaries. This case is still debated in biology lectures. It raises the question, can science cross the line into human experimentation? The Kolyma Road of Bones is a harsh route. Prisoners built it in severe frost and starvation. Thousands died building it. Their bodies, it is said, went into the permafrost right under the embankment. Today, trucks and extreme travelers use this road. Along the route, one still finds dilapidated barracks, watchtowers, and cemeteries. This road's history is a concise encyclopedia of Stalinist repressions. It tells of a grandiose construction, remote settlements, and a price measured in lives. For many, it's a route of remembrance. Every kilometer reminds us that infrastructure can be both pride and trauma. Snow passes, icy rivers, Treacherous, muddy roads mark the path. Under the wheels lies not just earth, but true pain. Homeless dogs live in the Moscow metro. They learn to use the system like people. During the day, they ride to the center. There's more food and people there. In the evening, they return home to residential areas. Some dogs navigate by station announcements and smells. They calmly enter the train, wait for their stop, and exit. Passengers feed them. A monument was even erected for a dog named Boy who died. This urban symbiosis is rare. A metropolis and wildlife found a compromise. The metro gained furry stowaways. Dogs got safe routes. For tourists, it's magic. You ride through a tunnel. A ginger dog dozes opposite you. It glances at the doors and exits exactly where it needs to. In October 1993, tanks in Moscow fired on their own parliament. The clash between President Yeltsin and the Supreme Soviet escalated from a political crisis to armed conflict. T-80 tanks shelled the White House. The building was stormed. Street battles raged. Hundreds died. The TV tower was assaulted. Armor blocked the city center. The facade burned live on air. For witnesses, this was unthinkable. A European capital showed smoke, soldiers, and tank tracks on screen. This led to a new power structure and constitution. Yet, a bitter taste lingered. The state proved ready to resolve political impasses with force. This event still divides opinions. It reminds us how quickly we can descend into violence. For half a century, Novosibirsk has hosted a unique fox domestication experiment. Scientists have been selecting and breeding the friendliest foxes for generations. Foxes began wagging tails and seeking human contact. They changed fur color and ear shape. It was like accelerated evolution. The wolf-to-dog path took millennia. Here, domestic traits appeared in just decades. The farm is now globally renowned. Tame silver foxes are sold as unique pets. The project shows rapid species change with selective breeding. Domestication syndrome alters faces and behavior. Evolution is almost visible here. It goes from a wary animal to a trusting friend, raised alongside humans. The Hermitage has official employees, its museum cats. This tradition dates back to the 18th century. The empress ordered cats to live in the palace basements to fight rats. Today, each whiskered cat has a passport, curators, medical care, and even its own professional holiday. Cats do not pose in golden halls, but they guard exhibits better than alarms. They are also favorite subjects for souvenirs and reports. This furry detail of the great museum always surprises guests. And yes, if you listen closely in the quiet halls, you'll hear soft steps. Besides the rustle of restorers, it's part of St. Petersburg's museum magic. These were 10 facts about Russia. If you learned something new, like and subscribe. Don't miss the next episode about another cool country. Bye.